Yes, mistress, you wanted to speak with me? Yes, yes. Oh, of course. Always have time for you, mistress. Yes. Um, I'm guessing you want an update on the Monsters Ball? Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. Well, I was able to rent out the hangar for well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, mistress, the larger monsters, so to speak. Yes, the Driders, the Lamia. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry about that music that you're hearing in the background. That won't be playing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, the place settings for the smaller monsters who can actually fit at a table. The vampires and um, other such similar creatures. Well, you're actually looking at the place setting right here, this lovely light blue, sky blue. Yes. This was a personal choice by me, mistress. Um, I decided that this sort of color, that, well, a general theme of white gloves and a light blue place setting would be very calming for everyone involved. Yes, yes. Well, mistress, as you know, the peace accords among all of the monsters, again, for lack of a better term, I'm glad no one is offended by that. Um, yes, the peace accord that was recently signed among all the monsters is definitely cause for celebration. So, there was unfortunately no way to incorporate the larger monsters with the more human sized monsters. So, we're having two separate balls, and then the monsters from each ball. We do have a wide open stadium very nearby where they can mingle, interact after everyone has eaten. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing, mistress. It quickly became apparent that certain compromises would have to be made. Um, After all, since this is a celebration, it was decided to leave the color red out of any of the decorations. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, mistress, please try to understand. Red is the color of passion. Red is also the color of blood. And the vampire ambassador and her party, we didn't want to accidentally trigger them. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, yes, mistress, I'm fully aware that the vampire ambassador is 1,500 years old and is quite mature, but still, when it comes to vampires in general, the color red, well, I mean, it can set them off. despite their age. Yes. Yes, well, this particular venue used to have red curtains. I made sure they were all replaced with dark green ones. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, as you can see, if you look all around you, mistress, yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, you like them? Oh, that's nice. That really makes me feel good, mistress, that you are happy with the curtains. The wait staff, yes. This was another decision I made. I decided it would be best not to hire an average catering service. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, mistress, please try to understand. The average catering service is run by human beings. Yes, all of them human beings. And, well, sometimes human beings who are very well trained for interacting with other human beings, well, that doesn't exactly mean that they're trained for interacting with various different types of monsters. I mean, the last thing we want is for a human being to accidentally make a comment that among human beings would be perfectly acceptable, perhaps extremely mildly offensive at worst, could cause one of the monsters to basically leap across the table and decide to teach the human being a lesson for their rude behavior. Yes, yes. Well, mistress, please keep in mind that the werewolves tend to be a bit hot-blooded. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, generally, it's not a problem with the men, but the werewolf women, especially Ambassador Ambrose, yes, she was the most, oh, I'm sorry, mistress. This area occasionally has rolling blackouts. Yes, the lighting is on a separate power station. I'm sure the rest will kick in very soon. And there we go. Yes, yes. There is a generator downstairs, but I mean, even if the lights weren't on a separate power station, it really wouldn't matter anyway. I mean, the werewolves, even in human form, the vampires, they can both see in the dark, and most of the other creatures have powers and abilities that would allow them to navigate the dark very easily. Yes, human servers, on the other hand, well, that's another issue. I mean, well, mistress, please remember, back before you granted me certain powers, as a full human being, I used to carry a couple of flashlights with me so that I could see in the dark. Mm-hmm. Yes, mistress, I understand. That's not exactly seeing in the dark. That's pushing the darkness away with light so that I could see. But yes, I was once completely human, and that was a very miserable experience until I encountered you. Yes, I'm very grateful for everything you've given me, all my powers, all the attention and warmth. But getting back to this celebration, as I said, I just didn't think that hiring a typical human catering service would be a good idea. So what we've done is we have taken lower-ranking individuals from all of the various groups, and their leaders have assigned them tasks. Yes, yes, no, no. Originally, this was planned for the 24th, but we had to move that back to the 27th because the 24th is a full moon night. Yes. Many of the elder werewolves are fully aware, fully conscious, and they're able to control themselves when they transform, but some of their junior assistants, yes, they still transform when the moon is full, and they have barely any recognition of what's happening, where they are, what they're doing. The last thing we need is for the junior werewolf assistants to start running wild, and, well, that would just cause absolute chaos. The vampires in particular would be disgusted and angry, and a fight might break out. Yes, mistress, yes. So we had to push it back so that the monsters' ball would happen on a night when the moon was not full. Yes, all of the werewolves will be in human form. They're still dangerous, and many of them are old enough to retain most of their werewolf powers, but it would just be better if no one transformed. And the vampire leaders, they've given us their word, especially the vampire ambassador, that everyone will be on their best behavior, and that if they're not, she will impose consequences on her own kind. And knowing the type of ambassador she is, those consequences can be very cruel and brutal. She is not someone who plays around. Basically, mistress, in a lot of ways, she's like you. Very kind, very generous, but does not tolerate foolishness of any kind. No, no foolishness. Yes, mistress. Well, in the larger hangar, we're going to have Dryder and Lamia servers serving everyone. Thankfully, those two monster camps, they get along very well with each other. They have an understanding going back several centuries. Yes, they get along extremely well with each other. Yes, I don't think that will be a problem, mistress. All of the various monster groups have arranged their own transportation to the two separate venues directly next to each other, comprising the Monsters' Ball. And then the stadium, it's not too far away at all. It shouldn't be a problem for anyone. No, it shouldn't be a problem at all. Well, the stadium is going to be open and empty, but it will be guarded, and again, not by human beings. And the various monster groups, when they are done eating and they are full, they can mingle together at the stadium underneath the starlight and just mingle, interact, talk. It should be a very interesting, amusing, maybe even a fun time for everyone involved, even you, mistress. Yes, I am so happy that you will be attending the Monsters Ball. Yes, yes. Will you be bringing an escort with you? Oh, I see. Well, thank you, mistress. I will be very happy, and I would be very honored to be your escort to the Monsters Ball. Yes. Oh, you've already picked out a suit for me. Oh, mistress, you are very generous. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what I deserved to be with someone as beautiful and incredible as you, but whatever it was, whatever I did, I am so happy I did so. Yes, mistress, you are absolutely, absolutely incredible. The fact that you came up with the idea for this Monsters Ball in the first place and your contribution to the peace talks, just absolutely amazing. Oh, yes, mistress. I have made special arrangements for the human familiars that are attached to each group. Yes, yes. I've found a room it's in the same venue as the human-sized Monsters Ball, but in a completely different wing of the castle that's been rented out. So they'll have their own separate place where they can eat, mingle, and of course there will be hidden video cameras, hidden voice recorders to keep an eye on them, to make sure everyone is loyal and nothing underhanded is happening. I mean, after all, mistress, with these peace talks among the various monster groups and clans, yes, the human beings who are not familiars, oh, they're going to be in for one hell of a surprise at the start of the month when all the monster clans come together and enslave humanity. Yes, mistress. Well, as I said, I haven't been a full human being for quite a while. And even back when I was a human being, you know, human beings have free will, and look what they've done with it, the mess they've made. Maybe a few decades of slavery for every single human being on the face of this planet is just the thing they need to be taught a bit of humility. Yes, mistress. Yes. Oh, yes. I'll go take care of that for you right now. Thank you, mistress.